Hello, darlings. Hello. Tuning into from the beautiful Castle Kerry, just outside of Glastonbury in the UK. My name's Sabre, for those of you who don't know me yet. I help visionary, creative, alternative women make money online, being their fullest, unapologetic self. And I was doing this thing. So I have been living my life here in the UK, figuring out where I would like to move next. I'm on this sort of soul search journey right now. I have somebody house sitting my home in Paris and watching my cats while I go live in 2 small suitcases, and I'm just following the news right now, while I'm seeing other people following the news. And it's challenging. Because honestly, I get this sinking in my chest where I feel this collective crumbling at the seams. That it's interesting because it's almost in those times that I feel like I want to just kind of go silent and not really share online. And it's the absolute opposite of what I believe we need to do when things are chaotic in life, is to really allow our voices to be expressed, especially because at a time where there is so much turmoil, and newsflash, there's always turmoil in the world. There just always is. I personally believe whatever is really shined on the media is shined for particular reasons, but it doesn't really stop the fact that this kind of turmoil has always actually been going on. There's just kind of targeted things that they'll show people that creates this whole and I see it create a huge divide in people, and I feel that collectively, especially because, you know, for the past 6 years I have been building a business that's really around freedom of expression, of where you live, of how you earn. And I don't come from money. I wasn't handed this kind of stuff on a silver platter. I had to really create it myself, and I've had to really shed guilt from having more in my life, from being able to have more, because we got to do that in order to create a better world, right? In my opinion, people with good hearts, they need a fuck ton of money. They need to be fully, unapologetically, fully expressed. But unfortunately, a lot of people condition people who are so fucking heart-centered and have just spirits of gold that want to help people. They encourage them to not speak out, to not make money, to not be in their power, because somehow it's humble and that's something to be honored and revered, when honestly it's those people that need to speak out. So if you're one of those people that feel like when things are going crazy in the outside world and you feel like that's the time where you don't want to share your message, or that's the time where you have a hard time really speaking your truth, and really just not feeling guilt for continuing to live your life and focus on the things that are important to you and focus on your fucking mission, I feel this is going to be really helpful for you. So one of them, the number one fucking way that I prevent myself from dimming my light when things are fucking chaotic, is to just speak. To get it out, to express, like I'm doing right now. You know, whether it's a live video, whether you're building something online already or not, like doing a live video is completely nourishing to the soul. To learn how to be seen, to learn how to be received, it's not comfortable, especially if it would be your first one. Like, I just challenge you to go do it. If it's not on social media, at least to a trusted friend, at least to fucking your journal. I mean, these days you could do it with ChatGPT, whatever it is, right? But like, get it out, process it. There is definitely something about writing that they say is the extension of your heart when you actually hand write things. I really feel like there's also power in the voice as well, because right now I can feel, even when I just tuned in with it, my baritone went a little bit lower, because it helped me tune this instrument of my body that's really connected to everything, so it can actually somatically move through. So yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was going to say, but I just kind of feel like I've been quiet. So my practice today was just to get on live and say something that's on my heart anyway. And what better way than to just share the things that I'm naturally moving through, right? So speak, get it out. Just share your wisdom, share your story, share what's on your heart. Be unapologetic about it. It's not about being perfect, but it's around, even if you helped one person that day through sharing your story, through sharing your truth, that's what matters. And it's the practice of that that continues to really allow your light to shine. Number 2 is getting real with your circle of influence, because let's be real. If you call, like in this time where you're like, I'm gonna get it out, I'm gonna express myself, I need to fucking share what's on my opinions and on my heart about what's going on and in the world and in my life and in my vision of what we're doing in this fucking human experience. But if you get on the call with the person that is your go-to and it is deflating, or you don't feel received, or maybe you're challenged, maybe you are kind of looked down upon, or maybe there is disbelief or something that is not just honoring your fucking path and who you are. Oh la la, I was sitting today having a latte in the main area of Glastonbury, and I heard these women, and they were just what we call commiserating. And I was thinking, I was like, man, this is how a lot of people relate. And it is a cage, and you don't really recognize it. Because really, like, they were talking about, I can't remember, I was really trying to flush it out of my brain, but all I remember was there was like talks about fights, or what this person said about that person, or how this person's living their life and everything. So like being really real about your circle of influence is huge. I mean, it's called that for a reason. Circle of influence. And honestly, there's a reason why I have chosen a path where, sure, it's a bit more lonely. I don't have just random girlfriends that I go out for drinks and I'm just fucking talking shit and spilling tea, metaphorically, and gossiping a bunch. But really, that's not of service to you and who you are. That right there is fucking dimming your light. Okay, so number 2 is getting real with your circle of influence, because ultimately, yeah, you need to speak, you need to express, you need to share your opinions, you need to share what's on your heart, but you need to make sure that where you're going to share that is actually a safe space, where you're actually being received, where you're actually being seen for your authentic self. And here's the kicker, not just for who they want you to be. Anyone ever felt that way? When you're like, oh, this person only really sees me when there's something in it for them. And that's not true authentic connection. I'm sorry. It's just not. And it's hard. It's honestly challenging to find true authentic connection. And sometimes that may mean quality over quantity. You know, I know so many people who are like, oh, I was a social butterfly, or, you know, popularity was such a thing we wanted to be when we were younger. But it's just, if it's very surface and it doesn't really get to the meat of it, that shit is dimming your light, y'all. And guess what? The moment that you start to do something that's really building towards something that is your purpose, is your mission, is your passion, those are the people that you gonna tell, and they're gonna be like, that's crazy. So did you know that they're just gonna go right on to what they give a fuck about, which is not you and your heart. So being honest about your circle of influence, surrounding yourself with people who fucking give a fuck underneath it all. And number 3 is to fucking celebrate. Celebrate. I was thinking about this yesterday. I just have so many big goals and so many big dreams, and I have created things already for my life now, but sometimes I get so focused on the things that I want next that I forget to really celebrate myself and really honor how far that I've come. And it completely shifts me on the opposite space of gratitude. And then I feel like disappointed in myself, or like I'm not doing enough, or I should have been farther along by now, or XYZ. So celebration is a huge, huge piece of not dimming my fucking light. Because remembering that when you hit your goals or your milestones or that next big dream, whatever it is for you, there's going to be another one. There's always going to be another one. And it's literally about the journey, not the destination. I know people have heard this so many times and it's easier said than done. But one practice that I have done to celebrate myself every single day, you could do this with a friend. It's quite fun. Where you send voice messages with a good friend, with an authentic friend, what we just spoke about in number 2. But sending a voice message of what you're celebrating each day at the end of the day doesn't have to be long. I love them to be long personally. That's what she said. But when you share your celebrations on a voice note of just what happened through that day, people have a hard time doing this. And this is exactly why they need to do it. Because every single day, it's those small wins. Like, I fucking woke up early today. I followed through with my workout today. I flossed my teeth today. I actually meal prepped today. Or I cleaned up after myself more so than I typically do today. Or, I mean, for me, my celebrations at the end of the day is I freaking did a live video today, even though I felt lethargic and that I didn't have anything to share when the world felt like it was turning into fire and I felt like it made me want to play small. But I showed up anyway and did it. Every single day. There's always some fucking thing that you can celebrate. And that kind of relationship with yourself and the daily connection of what you're doing in the day helps you stay grounded in the present and really receive all of the amazing things that are already there for you, that you're already living. So those are my 3 things. I'll repeat them. It is speaking, just getting it out. If you feel, the moment that you feel that you are being quiet, what is that word? Muzzling yourself because other people have opinions. You don't want to rock the boat. Yes, darling, I'm going to take you for a walk in just a moment. This is Mowgli. The moment that you feel that you want to muzzle yourself because things are going on and you feel like you don't want to rock the boat and you're afraid of people's judgments, opinions, that's actually the moment to speak. That's the most important moment to speak. I really challenge you to do it on a live, but at least with a friend. And that goes into number 2, is getting real with your circle of influence. Is making sure that the people that you are sharing this beautiful, precious time on earth and your precious energy and your beautiful heart shares to somebody that really fucking actually sees you and loves you for who they are. They don't have to be a giant best friend, but at least has to be someone that's fucking real. Like, you can tell. Or maybe some people can't really fully tell. I think a lot of people are still learning how to discern who's a real person and who's a totally fake person. I'm still learning that. We're all strengthening our discernment in different ways. But number 2 is to just ultimately getting really real with your circle of influence. Is the person that you're sharing your heart and energy with somebody that lifts you up, or do they drain you? Be honest about that. Number 3 is to just celebrate. Celebrate how far you've come. Give yourself some credit, lots of credit, and even through each and every single day. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about the journey, not the destination. When you live your life that way, it doesn't matter what's going on in your bank account. It doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. It doesn't matter what's happening. You can create this powerful integrity of light from the inside out in your own unique way. So I hope that was helpful. I trust that was helpful to whoever needed to hear this today. I would love to know what is your favorite, 1, 2, or 3, and what is the most challenging one for you, honestly. Because for me, I think actually my hardest one is speaking, believe it or not. have a business where I literally create content online, and it's about being my fullest authentic express self. And people give me feedback all the time about how they really appreciate how unapologetic and fully expressed I am. And again, it's about the journey, not the destination. But honestly, I have been living this really beautiful life, and I know things are going crazy in the world, but I know that that's even more so why I need to share about how I have gotten here to where I am in this world, because I have the solution for people to actually get out of the chaotic world and live life on their terms. But meanwhile, I can be over here feeling guilty about living life on my terms sometimes, and feel like it's better for me to just stay silent and do my own thing and not rock the boat, which is absolutely fucking dumb. So I show up anyway, and I'm here. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day, and yeah, really looking forward to hearing which one was your favorite and which one is the most challenging for you. See you soon. Bye.